my mind, it's like a giant altar to my ancestors. As I got older, I was really wanting to get into work that was more personal. Feelings of home and need to simplify. It's about my matriarchal lineage, thinking about my grandmothers and just how I grew up around them and what influences they had. My grandmother, on my dad's side, she sold and had her own business with my grandfather, where they did upholstery, and just thinking about how those influences of her being a maker, working with her hands, also my other grandmother working with her hands, how that influenced me. I started as a painter, but from going to school and getting into graphic design, it kind of brought another discipline into my work, and being surrounded with other artists who were using, different mediums, and it's like, oh, I can expand past just being a painter, like, what painting means. Like, it doesn't have to be acrylic or oil on a canvas to be a painting, but just thinking about how I can blur the lines between painting and design, because a lot of fine art and design is kind of separate, or like a separate mode of thought. When you're designing, you're designing for a purpose, quote unquote, versus art is kind of like for the sake of it. But I like to think that they're all one, and just using both to, whenever I approach something, just using anything that's around me. I feel like every facet of art is in here. Painting, design, some sculptural elements, installation. A lot of the sculptural elements I took from different influences from my grandmother's house, like the tile that I remember being in there, and also the copper. Like, there's a lot of copper piping, I guess because it's like in older houses, a lot of copper elements. So I took a lot of those and I use it to paint with in a lot of the paintings you see. So like a lot of the patterns are used from the tile that's in the flooring that I have, and just basically using what's around me to create the art. So kind of transforming my surroundings into something even more beautiful. Visitors are able to make appointments to come and see the work at aneedtosimplify.com. When people come in, I want them to be able to take a quiet moment and feel the energy that's in here, but also be able to reflect on how they were brought up, or the atmosphere that lended to their piece in their own environment. So just being able to take that moment, a quiet time, and just reflect on like where you come from, the good qualities of where you come from, because everybody's situation is different, but those beautiful moments that you can take from it, I want people to be able to tap into that.